other people will join us.
Yes, ma'am.
Namaskar, madam.
Namaskar.
Good morning, sir.
I think everybody has joined.
Yeah. A very good afternoon to all the dignitaries, guests, colleagues, and dear friends. I, Dr. Divya Rana Tomar, Assistant Professor, Department of Chemistry and Coordinator Navchetna 2024 and member Center for Women Studies, Shri Vaishnav Vidyapeeth Vishwavidyalaya, feel privileged to welcome you all on behalf of Shri Vaishnav Vidyapeeth Vishwavidyalaya to the National Symposium Navchetna 2024, organized by Center for Women Studies, SVV, on the theme Women's Health and Nutrition, Access to Resource and Services. As our tradition goes on, we invoke Goddess Saraswati and have her blessings before starting any event. I'd like to invite all the dignitaries to lighting the holy lamp and technical team to play the Saraswati Vandana.
असतो मा सद्गमय तमसो मा ज्योतिर्गमय मृत्युर्मामृतं गमय ॐ शान्ति शान्ति शान्तिः या कुन्देन्दुतुषारहारधवला या शुभ्रवस्त्रावृता या वीणावरदण्डमण्डितकरा या श्वेतपद्मासना या ब्रह्माच्युतशङ्करप्रभृतिभिः देवैः सदा वन्दिता सा मां पातु सरस्वती भगवती निःशेषजाड्यापहा.
Thank you. Now, I request Dr. Santosh Dhar, Rector and Dean, Faculty of Doctoral Studies and Research, Shri Vaishnav Vidyapeeth Vishwavidyalaya, to give floral welcome to Dr. Meenakshi Menon, our chief guest on the occasion. And I request Dr. Kavita Sharma, Convener, Navchetna 2024, Professor of Department of Chemistry and Head CWS SVV Indore, to extend the heartfelt greeting to the guest speakers of the symposium, Dr. Renuvala Sharma, Dr. Vinita Mivada, and Dr. Ms. Amanat Kagzi, with a bouquet of flowers.
Thank you. Thank you very much.
Thank you, ma'am. Thank you to the technical team. Now, I request Dr. Kavita Sharma, Convener, Navchetna 2024, Professor, Department of Chemistry and Head, CWS SVV, to throw some light on Center for Women Studies.
Thank you, Divya. Honorable Vice Chancellor, Shri Vaishnav Vidyapeeth Vishwavidyalaya, Indore, Dr. Upinder Dhar sir. Respected Chief Guest, Dr. Meenakshi Menon, former Professor and Head, Department of Food Nutrition, the Maharaja Sayaji Rao University of Baroda, and former nutrition specialist, UNICEF India. Dr. Santosh Dhar ma'am, Rector and Dean, Sri Vaishnav Vidyapeeth Vishwavidyalaya, and advisor of Center for Women Studies. Distinguished speakers, Dr. Renubala Sharma, Head Food and Nutrition Department, Government Autonomous Girls PG College of Excellence, Sagar. Dr. Vinita Mewada, State Nutrition Consultant, National Health Mission, Government of MP, and Ms. Amanat Kagri, Dietitian, Sports Nutrition, Health Speaker, Founder and Director, Fit Mantra, HOIs, HODs, esteemed guests, professors, faculty members, Dr. Divya Rana Tomar, Coordinator Navchetna, students, and participants. I am deeply honored to be speaking at this prestigious National Symposium, Navchetna, on women health and nutrition, access to resources and services, organized by the Center for Women Studies, Sri Vaishnav Vidyapeeth Vishwavidyalaya, Indore. I would like to extend my heartfelt gratitude to our Honorable Vice Chancellor, Sri Vaishnav Vidyapeeth Vishwavidyalaya, Dr. Upinder Dhar sir, and Dr. Santosh Dhar ma'am, Rector and Dean, SVV, for their unwavering support in organizing this symposium. I also want to thank our esteemed speakers who have taken time out of their busy schedules to share their knowledge and experiences with us. सबसे पहले मैं शेयर करना चाहूंगी कि फरवरी 2022 में ऑनरेबल वाइस चांसलर सर ने मुझे सेंटर फॉर वुमेन स्टडीज SVV हेड करने का अवसर प्रदान किया। सेंटर फॉर वुमेन स्टडीज शुरू करने का उद्देश्य विद्यार्थियों को महिलाओं के अधिकारों, महिलाओं की शिक्षा, स्वास्थ्य और आर्थिक स्थिति, महिलाओं के खिलाफ हिंसा और भेदभाव, महिलाओं की सामाजिक एवं आर्थिक समस्याओं, महिलाओं के विभिन्न मुद्दों से संबंधित शोध और अध्ययन करना है। इन उद्देश्यों को पूरा करने के लिए सेंटर फॉर वुमेन स्टडीज कई गतिविधियों का आयोजन करता है, जैसे सेमिनार और कॉन्फ्रेंस, वर्कशॉप और ट्रेनिंग प्रोग्राम, रिसर्च एक्टिविटीज, जागरूकता अभियान और कई गतिविधियां विद्यार्थियों के लिए, और इसके साथ ही सोशल वर्क भी करने का पूरा प्रयास करता है। उसी तारतम्य में हमने रोटरी क्लब ऑफ लिटरेसी के प्रोजेक्ट के साथ जुड़कर विद्या ज्योति प्रोजेक्ट करने का भी प्लान किया है, जिसका उद्घाटन हमने हाल ही में 25 सितंबर को ही किया है। हम सभी जानते हैं कि विद्या एक महत्वपूर्ण और अनमोल संपत्ति है जो हमें ज्ञान, समझ और संवेदनशीलता की ओर ले जाती है। यह हमारे जीवन का महत्वपूर्ण हिस्सा है जो हमें जिंदगी में सफल बनाता है। इसके बाद दूसरा महत्वपूर्ण विषय है स्वास्थ्य। यही ध्यान में रखते हुए आज यह कार्यक्रम आयोजित किया जा रहा है। विमेन्स हेल्थ एंड न्यूट्रिशन हमारे राष्ट्र के विकास के लिए अत्यंत महत्वपूर्ण है। हमें यह स्वीकार करना होगा कि हमारे समाज में कई चुनौतियां हैं जो महिलाओं के स्वास्थ्य और पोषण को प्रभावित करती हैं। हमारे देश में लगभग 57% महिलाएं 15 से 49 वर्ष की आयु वर्ग में एनीमिया से पीड़ित हैं और करीब 35% महिलाओं का BMI सामान्य से कम है। इसके अलावा मातृ मृत्यु दर भी काफी उच्च है, जो लगभग 1 लाख जीवित बच्चों पर करीब 145 है। इन आंकड़ों से स्पष्ट है कि हमें महिलाओं के स्वास्थ्य और पोषण के लिए तत्काल ध्यान देने की आवश्यकता है। We face key challenges including limited access to healthcare facilities, especially in rural areas, inadequate nutrition leading to malnutrition and related health issues, gender-based violence and mental health concerns. Social and economic determinants also significantly affect health outcomes. Women from marginalized communities, particularly those living in poverty, face intersecting inequalities that exacerbate health disparities. इस दिशा में हमने कई पहल शुरू की है, जैसे कि राष्ट्रीय स्वास्थ्य मिशन, पोषण अभियान, बेटी बचाओ और बेटी पढ़ाओ, आयुष्मान भारत एक्सेट्रा। ये कार्यक्रम स्वास्थ्य बुनियादी ढांचे को मजबूत करते हैं, कुपोषण को दूर करते हैं, लड़कियों और शिक्षा को सशक्तिकरण को बढ़ावा देते हैं और वंचित समुदायों के लिए स्वास्थ्य कवरेज सुनिश्चित करते हैं। इसमें हमने निजी क्षेत्र के साथ साझेदारी मजबूत करनी होगी, पोषण और स्वास्थ्य पर जागरूकता अभियान तेज करना होगा, वंचित महिलाओं के लिए समुदाय आधारित सेवाएं मजबूत करनी होगी और अनुसंधान और नीति सुधारों को बढ़ावा देना होगा। So if we talk about technology, so it can play a pivotal role in improving access to healthcare services. Telemedicine, mobile health applications, and digital platforms can bridge geographical gaps and enhance service delivery. We must leverage these innovations to reach the unreached. Socio-cultural norms and gender-based violence further restricts women's ability to make decisions about their health. The consequences are dire: high maternal mortality rates, malnutrition and related health issues, increased risk of non-communicable diseases, and poor mental health and well-being are just a few of the outcomes. These statistics, not just numbers, they represent the lives of women and girls who deserve better. So empowering women's health and nutrition requires a multifaceted approach. We must work together to bridge the gap in access to resources and services. We must recognize the critical role women play in shaping the health and well-being of their families and communities. By investing in women's health and nutrition, we are investing in the future of our nation. तो आइए हम महिलाओं के स्वास्थ्य और पोषण को प्राथमिकता दें, समान पहुंच सुनिश्चित करें और शिक्षा और आर्थिक अवसरों के माध्यम से महिलाओं को सशक्त बनाएं। हमें अपनी बेटियों और राष्ट्र के भविष्य के लिए यह करना होगा। तो let us work together to create a healthier, more equitable society for women. I am sure all of you will be benefited by listening our experienced, esteemed speakers. You can ask your queries at the end of the session. So listen full session carefully. Thank you very much. Happy learning to all of you. Dhanyavad.
Thank you, ma'am. Thank you so much. Now I request Dr. Santosh Dhar, Rector and Dean, Faculty of Doctoral Studies and Research, SVV Indore, to deliver the welcome address. Ma'am, please.
Chief guest on the occasion, Dr. Meenakshi Mehan, former professor and head Department of Food and Nutrition, Maharaji Sayaji Rao, Baroda, and former nutrition specialist, UNICEF India. Other guest speakers on the occasion, Dr. Kavita Sharma, Head Center of Women's Studies, Dr. Divya Rana Tomar, Coordinator, Navchetna 2024, HOIs of the Constituent Institutes of the University, faculty, participants, and students, a warm welcome to Navchetna 2024. It's a one-day symposia on women's health and nutrition, access to resources and services. Nutrition is important for everybody, but it is especially vital for women because of their unique nutritional needs throughout their lives. From their reproductive years of menopause and beyond, women need a diet that is full of nutrition. Eating a healthy and well-balanced diet that is full of nutrients can help women maintain a healthy weight, reduce their risk of chronic diseases like heart disease, stroke, diabetes, boost their energy levels, and improve their overall well-being. There are several factors that affect health of women, like stress, sleep quality, and eating habits. Women need to take care of essential nutrition to maintain their overall health. Nutrition choices are affected by culture and socioeconomic status. Poor nutrition, along with poverty, lack of sanitation, all contribute to higher disease rates as limited access to resources and health services contribute to a cycle of poor health. Women are generally vulnerable to undernutrition, especially during pregnancy and lactation, where the food and nutrient requirements are more during that period. The demographic consequences of lower status in women has formed expression in various forms, such as female infanticides, higher death rate for women compared to men, lower sex ratio, lower literacy rate in females, lower level of employment of women in the non-agricultural sectors, especially as compared to men. Most Indian mothers are malnutrition, anemic, and have short pregnancy intervals, which could have been easily prevented. Women, especially in younger age, are at high obstetric risk. Several studies have reported the relationship between maternal nutrition and incidence of low birth weight. A study on the prevalence of micronutrient deficiencies has revealed that the overall prevalence of anemia is highest among lactating women, 78%, followed by pregnant women, 75%, and adolescent girls, 70%. The negative effects of malnutrition among women are compounded by heavy work demands, by poverty, by child bearing, and special nutritional needs, resulting in increased susceptibility to illness and consequently higher morbidity. It has been reported that the dietary intake of rural pregnant women is lower than the recommended level nutrition as compared to their urban counterparts. Because of wide variation in culture, religion, and levels of development among different Indian states, it has been found that women's health also varies greatly from state to state. The literacy level of women can affect reproductive behavior. For instance, knowledge about use of contraceptives, health and upbringing of children, proper hygienic practices, access to employment and overall status of women in the society. Even early marriage and childbirth is a major determinant of women's health, and it is also responsible for prevailing wide variation in the socio-economic status. Inadequate and improper utilization of health facilities and a widespread anemia among all the reproductive age women lead to high maternal mortality. Urban regions often have better healthcare facilities, more doctors, and advanced medical equipment. In contrast, rural areas struggle with limited healthcare infrastructure and a shortage of medical professionals. This disparity significantly affects women's health in rural regions. But can we consider that urban women are healthy? Today's urban Indian women are suffering from dual burden of malnutrition. On one hand, the increased consumption of processed foods, unhealthy lifestyles, coupled with stress has led to increase in overweight, diabetes, and hypertension. And most of them, in fact, half of them are all anemic. In today's fast-paced life, self-care seems to have taken a back seat, particularly among women, socially conditioned to keep others first, family work, domestic chores, prioritizing self, their own health and well-being is often overlooked. Eating from leftover children's plate is something that all mothers do without realizing the impact of added calories. In an interview with Hindustan Times, Sonika Aron, founder and managing partner at Marching Sheep, shared. She said, while the lunch boxes for everybody will be meticulously planned, their own meals will be rushed from a quick samosa and chai from a stall near the office or some unhealthy, tasty junk that is quickly available to save time. While they will spend hours over nutritionally balanced meals for the kids and their partners and the elderly in the family, their own nutritional needs skip their attention. In a full day, taking time out for a workout seems selfish. They would spend the time with family. After all, they did spend all the work at work. So therefore, there's a feeling of guilt that they need to be with the family, and thereby sacrificing their own workouts. There are common cognitive tendencies among women who have been brought up to believe that their first priority is others. It's time that women realize that if they are healthy, they will have healthy families and the nation will be healthy. In India, vitamin D deficiency has become a significant public health issue, with women bearing the brunt of the consequences. Recent research indicates that 90% of Indian women do not consume enough vitamin D through sunlight exposure and diet. Asserting that health is an important part of development that requires attention and care to maintain overall well-being. Hence, it is very essential for every woman to prioritize her health in order to lead a fulfilling life. Poor health has repercussions not only for women but also for their families. Women with poor health and nutrition are more likely to give birth to low weight infants. They are also less likely to be able to provide food and adequate care for their children. Finally, a woman's health affects the household economic well being. While malnutrition is prevalent among all segments of the population, poor nutrition among women begins from infancy and continues throughout their lifetime, thereby women becoming worse affected. Maternal health is a critical concern in both rural and urban areas, but the challenges are more pronounced in rural regions. Rural women often have limited access to prenatal and postnatal care, which can lead to complications during pregnancy and childbirth. Urban areas with better healthcare facilities generally offer more comprehensive maternal and child health services. The gap in healthcare access and nutritional status between rural and urban areas highlights the urgent need for targeted interventions to improve women's health in rural India. There is a need for necessary steps for more community participation in various developmental programs for awareness about proper nutrition for all and its repercussions, especially among females. To promote women's health, it is important to address the affecting factors. Health and nutrition education has to be strengthened to bring awareness and behavioral change for better health and nutrition practices to improve the nutritional status of mothers and thereby for the children in both urban and rural areas. With these words, I thank the Chief Guest, Dr. Meenakshi Mehan, and other resource persons for being with us on this occasion. We hope by the end of the day, all of us will be more enriched to take this journey, this endeavor forward. With these words, once again, thank you so much. Over to Divya.
Thank you, ma'am. Thank you so much for this knowledgeable talk about the women nutrition and age. Then now, I'd like to hand over the session to Ms. Priya Nigam, Assistant Professor, Law Department, SVVV, to introduce the guest speakers of the session. Over to you, ma'am.
Thank you, Divya ma'am, for setting a delightful tone for the rest of the evening. Good afternoon, respected dignitaries, esteemed guests, and my beautiful audience. It gives me immense pleasure to be your host today. I would like to introduce the first guest speaker of our symposium, Dr. Renubala Sharma, Dean and Chairman of MCBU Chhatarpur from 2016 and Controller Examination of Government Girls PG College since April 2023, Sagar MP. She has 41 years of teaching experience. She has supervised 15 PhD scholars. In 2012, she received the MP government's Harman Singh Gaur Award for Higher Education, as well as the Best Teacher Sagar and the Best Social Service Award from the MLA Sagar. I am delighted to invite Dr. Renubala Sharma ma'am to address the gathering.
Thank you very much, ma'am. Before I start my talk, please, I will request the organizers to please share my presentation. It is in your male,
Sure, ma'am.
because due to some technical error, my PC is not supporting me. So if my presentation is shared by you, it will be.
Sure, ma'am.
Thank you very much. So I start my lecture or presentation. First of all, I extend my heartiest thanks to the organizer of this webinar, of this symposia, Vaishnav Vidyapit Vishwavidyalaya. On this occasion, I extend my heartfelt thanks to the organizer, to convener, previously giving the words of wishes from Madam Meenakshi. जैसा कि topic, should I start my?
Yes, ma'am. Yes, ma'am. You continue with your topic, please.
Okay, okay. As आप screen पे presentation देख पा रहे होंगे, so जैसा कि topic हमने लिया है, it is very warm topic, or it is the need of the hour: women's health and nutrition, access to resources and services. In this topic, I just talk about the health and nutrition in relation to women. As we know very well, according to World Health Organization, health is a state of complete physical, mental, and social well-being, and not merely the absence of disease or infirmity. A female's health status has a direct bearing on the health and well-being of the whole family. Maternal morbidity and mortality affect not just the mother, but the entire family. Poor health conditions reduces their ability to take care of the family members and also their earning capacities if she is earning woman. हम सभी जानते हैं कि health, as said above, is not only a physical health. If we discuss about the parameters of health, there are physical health, mental health, spiritual health, environmental health, occupational health. So न केवल हमें अपनी physical health, but हमें उसके साथ साथ mental, spiritual, professional health को भी consider करना must है. Now come to the point, what is nutrition? Obviously, these two words are very much essential for health, nutrition, and nutritional status combinedly form the health status of any person. Nutrition is the pre-requirement of health status. The most widely accepted definition of nutrition, as given by the Robinson, is it is the science of food, nutrients, and other substances which is important for action, interaction, and balance in relation to health and diseases. As we know very well कि जो भी खाना हम खाते हैं, it goes through mouth cavity to digestive system, और वो digestive system हमें provide करता है कि जो nutrient which is required in terms of protein, fat, carbohydrate, minerals, and vitamins, वो हम अपने उस support system को through circulation provide करते हैं. First of all, for better health, हमें consider करना है कि what should be the pattern of our diet. So, as a nutritionist, I suggest हमारे diet में 33% fruits and vegetables का होना चाहिए. That is 5 a day diet. 5 a day diet is given by the WHO again, जिसमें दिन में हमें 5 बार इस तरह के fruits and vegetables का inclusion अपने diet में रखना चाहिए, which are fresh, seasonal, and locally available. यहाँ हमको इस बात का बहुत अच्छे से ध्यान रखना है कि जो भी हम fruits and vegetables ले रहे हैं, जैसा कि आज अपन सब जानते हैं कि we are living in such a modern पैराडाइम की जहां हमारे पास अवेलेबिलिटी हर चीज की है और स्पेशली वी अट्रैक्ट टूवर्ड्स द फैंसी आइटम्स। मे बी फ्रूट्स और वेजिटेबल्स मॉल में बहुत सुंदर होते हैं जो हमें अट्रैक्ट करते हैं, बट इट इज नॉट नेसेसरी कि दे आर रिच इन न्यूट्रिएंट्स। न्यूट्रिएंट्स हमें उन्हीं फ्रूट्स और वेजिटेबल्स में क्लाइमेट के अकॉर्डिंग मिलेगा विच आर लोकली अवेलेबल। आज हम बहुत जिस उसमें मिड ऐसे उसमें रह रहे हैं मध्य प्रदेश में, स्पेशली हमारा जो क्लाइमेट है ये हमको अलाउ नहीं करता कि हम बहुत ज्यादा ऐसी फ्रूट्स और वेजिटेबल्स का कंजम्पशन करें जो बेरीज या इस तरह के फॉर्म में हो जो हिली एरिया में अवेलेबल है। सो गो फॉर लोकल एंड फ्रेश एंड सीजनल फ्रूट्स। 5 a day मीन्स अब दिन में 5 बार हमें जो अपना मील प्लान करना है वेजिटेबल्स और फ्रूट्स के मीडिया से, उसमें हर फ्रूट और वेजिटेबल को क्योंकि हम एकोमोडेट कर सकें इसलिए हम उसको 5 a day डाइट में डिस्ट्रीब्यूट करते हैं। सेकेंडली 33% शुड बी स्टार्ची कार्बोहाइड्रेट्स which is the bulk of our meal. As we know very well कि we Indians और especially हम मध्य प्रदेश रीजन में हमारा जो बेसिक स्टेपल डाइट है इट इज रिच इन कार्बोहाइड्रेट्स, वेदर इट इज व्हीट, राइस, ज्वार, बाजरा, मक्का, जो भी हमारा स्टेपल डाइट है इट इज वेरी रिच इन कार्बोज। सो कार्बोज में हमको ध्यान देना है कि 33% स्टार्ची जो है इट शुड बी इन फॉर्म ऑफ including carbohydrate, it should be rich in fibers. Fiber is the part of roughage. Roughage means हम इसको अपने digestion के लिए जो properly peristaltic movements को create करने के लिए roughage की और fibers की requirement होती है. It is very beneficial and it is provided by the raw vegetable and fruits. So vegetable and fruits should be not overcooked because they destroy their as well as volatile parts in terms of vitamins, but ये हमें बहुत ज्यादा रिच कार्बोहाइड्रेट जो स्पेशली हमारा 100% ऐसा कार्बोज होगा जो बहुत रिच हमें ग्लूकोज या डाइसेक्राइड या पॉलीसेक्राइड्स अवेल करेगा, तो ऑब्वियसली हम सब जानते हैं कि ये जो एक्स्ट्रा कार्बोहाइड्रेट्स है इन टर्म्स ऑफ एनर्जी इट इज कन्वर्टेड इनटू ग्लाइकोजन और ये हमारे मसल मास को बढ़ाता है विच इज नॉट बेनिफिशियल बिकॉज आगे जाके हम देखेंगे कि यही पार्ट जो है ये हमारे बॉडी में फैट या ओबेसिटी को बढ़ाने का एक फैक्टर हो जाता है। 12% मीट, फिश, एग, बीन्स मीन्स जो हमारा प्रोटीन पार्ट है इसका इंक्लूजन होना चाहिए क्योंकि प्रोटीन इज ऑल्सो रिक्वायर्ड फॉर द न्यू सेल्स एंड वियर टियर ऑफ द बॉडी, मेंटेनेंस एंड सो मेनी other protein functions like blood formation, like hemoglobin, इन सब में हमको प्रोटीन की richness चाहिए है, तो इसकी अवेलेबिलिटी भी हमको ध्यान रखनी है। 15% मे बी कर्ड, पनीर और छाछ, लस्सी, इन सब के पोर्शन से हमें जो डेयरी प्रोडक्ट्स और मिल्क का प्रोटीन वो मिलता है इट शुड बी 15%। लेस देन 8% फैट, शुगर्स मीन्स रिच कार्बोहाइड्रेट और ट्राइग्लिसराइड्स शुड बी इंक्लूडेड, बट द सजेशन इज अवॉइड सैचुरेटेड फैट्स। अनसैचुरेटेड फैट्स आर बेनिफिशियल फॉर हेल्थ, आगे हम उसको डिस्कस करेंगे। प्रेजेंटेशन शेयर हो पा रहा है? मैंने जो प्रेजेंटेशन आपको सेंड किया है अगर आप स्क्रीन पे उसको शेयर कर दें तो बेटर होगा।
I had a conversation with the technical team. They are trying.
Okay. So continue with my next slide. As we know, health is a basic need and fundamental right of everyone. अभी जैसे मैम ने आपको काफी कुछ क्लियर कर दिया, so I should not repeat the fact कि जो हमारा न्यूट्रिशन है it is required from infancy till old age. There is different demands and there are some values which is required by adolescent. Sometimes it is differently required by lactating women or pregnant women or school going children. So बेटर इसको हम नेक्स्ट स्लाइड में वो करेंगे कि किस तरह हमें न्यूट्रिएंट्स का डिस्ट्रीब्यूशन हमारे इंडिविजुअल एज या लाइफ साइकिल के अकॉर्डिंग करना चाहिए. लाइक इस स्लाइड में, यहाँ स्लाइड अभी शो नहीं हो रहा है, बट मैंने प्रेजेंटेशन में आपको यहाँ बताया है कि न्यूट्रिशन इज essential for health and well-being at every stage of life. कई बार ऐसा होता है कि हम एल्डरली पीपल को जनरली फैमिलीज में नेग्लिजेंसी मिलती है कि दे आर नॉट, यहाँ पर उनका रिक्वायरमेंट जो है वो बहुत रिच डाइट का नहीं है, बहुत मिल्क प्रोडक्ट्स की जरूरत नहीं है. नो, लाइफ में के हर स्टेज पर मेंटेनेंस, वियर टियर हमारे बॉडी में चलती है. सो एवरी न्यूट्रिएंट, हम जो खाना खा रहे हैं इन टर्म्स ऑफ मील्स, दाल चावल रोटी सब्जी दही वगैरह वगैरह, दे आर कन्वर्टेड इन न्यूट्रिएंट्स लाइक प्रोटीन, कार्बोहाइड्रेट, फैट, मिनरल्स एंड विटामिन्स. और इनकी जरूरत जो है ये हमारे लाइफ साइकिल के हर स्टेप पर एवरी इंडिविजुअल को चाहिए ही होती है, क्योंकि हमारी, जैसा हम सब जानते हैं, एनर्जी गिविंग प्रोडक्ट्स जो होते हैं दे आर कार्बोहाइड्रेट, फैट एंड प्रोटीन्स. बॉडी बिल्डिंग आर प्रोटीन एंड मिनरल्स. मेंटेनेंस या जिसको हम इम्यूनिटी कहते हैं is maintained by vitamins and minerals. So each and every nutrient is required compulsorily for every stage of life from infancy to old age. Now I would like to talk about the health and nutrition in relation to women. So let us look into the factors that influence health and nutritional status of female, because we are talking about women. So what are the major influencing factor which affects the health of any women or female? हम जिस टेरिटरी में हैं, हम जिस कंट्री में हैं, स्टिल देयर आर जेंडर बायस. हम बहुत पढ़े लिखे होकर बातें करते हैं, लेकिन जब हम ग्राउंड लेवल पर एक लोअर मिडिल और लोअर साइड्स में जाते हैं तो स्टिल देयर आर लो सेक्स रेशियो indicator which gives the discrimination against female in our society. Practices of techniques like, जैसा अभी मैडम ने बताया कि हमारे टेक्निक्स में जो fetal sex determination की practices हैं, although they are illegal, but still they are in our society, and it is one of the challenging factor which make us to think about this factor or this influencing factor. So from early childhood, the health status of female becomes low for the lack of proper education. यहाँ हमें थोड़ा सा educate करना उन societies को still अभी जरूरी है कि male and female child are equally important and have the right to live equally in society. Second factor is early marriage and repeated pregnancies. As we know, the adolescence from 14 to 18 years is a period of active growth and many physiosexual and emotional changes of girls. And if in this, at this age, most of the जो हमने middle लोअर मिडिल सोसाइटीज में सर्वे किया और उसमें देखा कि एट द फ्रॉम एज 14 to 16 so many girls get married. और यहाँ जो उनके ऊपर फिजिकल के साथ इमोशनल और साइकोलॉजिकल प्रेशर होता है, दैट इज वन ऑफ द प्रिवलेंट फैक्टर टू क्रिएट एनीमिया. एनीमिया डिफिशियंसी डिसऑर्डर इस एज में इसलिए स्टार्ट हो जाता है बिकॉज इस मैरिज की स्टेज में या इस एज में मैरिज हो जाने पर देयर आर चांसेस टू अर्ली प्रेगनेंसी, एंड this early immature physical growth and development stage is challenge for that girl which become a mother so early, which is not the proper age of taking the risk of growth and development to her or fetus of her womb. So it is challenging for us again to educate the village people or poor society people they should not get their female child married before the age of 18, which is legal age of marriage. Next challenging factor is quality and antenatal care, lack of awareness. As survey shows कि lack of awareness, यदि इस situation को हम करते हैं तो low level of literacy and lack of awareness regarding health and nutrition are important causes of the prevailing health situations. If we go to the survey, Kerala has the highest female literacy rate, while Rajasthan tops in number of illiterate females. The direct relation between literacy and awareness level is well-known fact, so we should consider this point also कि awareness, nutritional health को maintain करने के लिए awareness भी बहुत जरूरी है. Now come to the point कि next slide में हम चर्चा करते हैं कि what are the still common hazardous factors which affect the health of women, और इन situations में women's पर किन diseases का burden ज़्यादा होता है. तो firstly, the very dangerous disease comes, that is cancer. Two of the most common cancers affecting women are breast cancer and cervical cancer. As survey tell us कि millions of deaths from breast cancer every year takes place, and the vast majority of these deaths occur in low and middle income countries where screening, prevention and treatments are almost non-existing, and where vaccination against human papilloma virus needs to take hold. ऐसे कैंसर की सिचुएशन में यदि हम women's की health को notice करते हैं तो these are some beneficial nutrients या food item which can cure, not cure, but which can make the platform to fight against these cancer cells. These are dark chocolates, walnuts, berries, multicolor food. Multicolor food means rainbow of the food which make by the vegetables and fruits, mainly जो हमारे pigments हैं vegetables and fruits में, like carotenes, anthocyanins, क्लोरोफिल, जो भी हरे, लाल, नारंगी, पीले रंग के पिगमेंट्स वाले फ्रूट्स एंड वेजिटेबल्स हैं, दे आर रिच इन phytochemicals, and phytochemicals are one of the जो मेन न्यूट्रिएंट है कैंसरस सेल्स के साथ फाइट करने का, which give the एक बैकग्राउंड देता है उस कैंसरस विमेन को फाइट करने का. हल्दी टर्मरिक हम सभी जानते हैं, इसमें कैंसरस ग्रोथ को प्रिवेंट करने के जो पिगमेंट्स हैं, दे आर बेनिफिशियल. सो कैंसर वन इज द मोस्ट हेल्थ प्रॉब्लम फॉर विमेन्स. नेक्स्ट प्रॉब्लम वी कंसीडर इज रिप्रोडक्टिव हेल्थ. एज हमने अभी पिछले स्लाइड में डिस्कस किया कि चाइल्ड मैरिज विच इज द हजार्डियर फैक्टर, और वही हमारी रिप्रोडक्टिव हेल्थ को इफेक्ट करता है. ये प्रॉब्लम्स जो होते हैं ड्यू टू अनसेफ सेक्स is a major risk factor, particularly among women and girls in developing countries. This is why it is so important to get service to the millions of women who aren't getting the contraception services they need it. So we should do some work in this area or in this direction also. Next comes mental health. Evidences suggest that women are more prone than men to experience anxiety, depression, and somatic complaints. Physical symptoms that cannot be explained medically, but depression is the most common mental health problem for women. That is why women, or especially adolescents, girls, are attracted toward suicidal tendency, and this is one of the leading cause of death for women, especially under the age of 60. Helping sensitive women to mental health issues and giving them the confidence to seek assistance is vital. So mental health को भी हमें कंसीडर करना है, और काउंसलिंग और इस डायरेक्शन में हमें प्रॉपर अपना उन एरियाज में जहां पर सुसाइडल केस, जहां डिप्रेशन, एंजाइटी के बच्चे ज्यादा हैं, उनको गाइडेंस एंड काउंसलिंग से इस इलनेस से हमको चेक करना है. नॉन कम्युनिकेबल डिजीजेस लाइक कार्डियोवास्कुलर डिजीजेस, डायबिटीज, इन सब का प्रेवलेंस भी इंडिया में स्पेशली यदि हम बात करें तो काफी पेशेंट हैं. अकॉर्डिंग टू WHO research work, education and training in diabetes is the fourth leading cause of death in the world. This disease is of special relevance in India as Indians tend to develop diabetes at earlier age and at lower level of obesity. Means generally कहा जाता है obese person को diabetes, hypertension होने के possibilities ज़्यादा होते हैं. This is one of the factor. But India की tendency में देखा कि obesity is not a very alarming factor. Lifestyle disorders या आज जो हमारा lifestyle tendency हो गया है, this is one of the major cause or this is one of the major factor which create this type of non-communicable diseases. Anemia is also a common health issue for women in India, and some of the factors that contribute again are early marriage, more than 2 children, especially women who have 2 or more children or who are breastfeeding have a higher prevalence of anemia क्योंकि बच्चों के feeding के लिए उस lactating women का अपना status maintain करने का, क्योंकि obviously हम बात कर रहे हैं कि these are the groups which are fall in low socioeconomic or middle socioeconomic groups. So due to economic burden, जो हमारे lactating women हैं, they
Excuse me, ma'am, आप wind up थोड़ा करेंगे अभी? Will you please wind up? Or do you have lots?
Okay. So, like arthritis and some other disorders, insomnia, premenstrual syndrome are also there. So, if we talk about the इनके हम programs और थोड़ा सा इन में जो implementation हो रहा है इन programs के जरिए women's के nutritional status को बढ़ाने के लिए, these are पोषण अभियान, नेशनल न्यूट्रिशन मिशन, स्कीम ऑफ एडोलेसेंट्स गर्ल that is called SAG, जिसको 11 से 14 साल के एडोलेसेंट ग्रुप्स को ऑब्जेक्टिव्स हमारे मिनिस्ट्री के हैं कि टू इम्प्रूव द न्यूट्रिशनल and health status of adolescent girl, promote awareness of health, nutrition, and especially hygiene. Hygiene maintenance is also the one of important factor. इन स्कीम्स के साथ आयुष्मान भारत, इंटीग्रेटेड चाइल्ड डेवलपमेंट सर्विसेज, बालवाड़ी न्यूट्रिशन प्रोग्राम, स्पेशल न्यूट्रिशन प्रोग्राम, नेशनल एनीमिया प्रोग्राम्स, applied nutrition program that is called ANP, national NPPEB, national prophylaxis program for prevention of blindness due to vitamin, iodine deficiency disorder control program, midday meal programs, राष्ट्रीय किशोर स्वास्थ्य कार्यक्रम. So these are Kishori Shakti Yojana, NPAG, Nutrition Program for Adolescent Girls. ये हमारे कुछ ऐसे मिनिस्ट्री और डिफरेंट नेशनल और गवर्नमेंट और नॉन गवर्नमेंट NGOs के टास्क हैं जिन प्रोग्राम्स के थ्रू हमें इन प्रिविलेज ग्रुप को सप्लीमेंटेशन और न्यूट्रिएंट्स प्रोवाइड करने की काफी अच्छी फैसिलिटीज हैं. अक्षय पात्र फाउंडेशन, एस्कॉन, ये सारे ऐसे वो हैं जो वुमेन हेल्थ को सपोर्ट करते हैं. सो वी शुड हमें इस डायरेक्शन में गाइडेंस लेना चाहिए. स्टिल वुमेन्स आर हम जो है अपने मध्य स्पेशली इंडिया और मध्य प्रदेश के सिनेरियो में देखते हैं तो स्टिल वुमेन्स आर एट द बैक फुट. यहाँ मैं एक लास्ट स्लाइड पे आपको बहुत अच्छा पिक्चराइज किया था मैंने. इंडियन वुमेन्स हैव सम अ लॉन्ग वे सिंस द मिड-एवल्स टाइम्स, बट शी स्टिल हैज टू गो a long way to go. The desire of Indian women can be best summed up by the following lines of African women song. I have only one request. I do not ask for money, although I have need of it. I do not ask for meal, although I need of it. I have only one request, and all I ask is that you remove the road block from my path. तो हमारे सोसाइटी में जो वुमेन के लिए इस तरह के हर्डल्स हैं, अनअवेयरनेस के, पॉवर्टी के, जेंडर डिस्क्रिमिनेशन के, यदि हम इस पे भी थोड़ा सा चिंतन मंथन करेंगे तो इट विल बी बेटर फॉर वुमेन हेल्थ एंड न्यूट्रिशनल स्टेटस. सो दिस इज ऑल फ्रॉम माय साइड. आप सबने मुझे सुना. थैंक्स फॉर योर पेशेंट लर्निंग एंड थैंक्स द ऑर्गेनाइजिंग committee to give me this opportunity. Thank you very much.
Thank
so
you,
much,
ma'am.
ma'am.
Thank you so
Thank you
much.
for your guidance. Now I would like to introduce our second speaker, Dr. Vinita Mewara. She holds a PhD and a Master's in Food and Nutrition with 12 years of demonstrated expertise in this field. She is a highly skilled expert with vast experience in nutritional healthcare. She was awarded by the President of India, Sri Pranab Mukherjee, for her services to nutrition on the occasion of the Beti Bachao Beti Padhao campaign in Delhi. She is also regarded as one of the India's first 100 female achievers in nutrition. She is currently the State Nutrition Consultant at the National Health Mission Government of Madhya Pradesh, where she is in charge of the effective implementation and scaling up of a key nutrition programs. These include the management of severe acute malnutrition and micronutrient therapies. I am pleased to invite Dr. Vinita Mewara ma'am to address the gathering.
Thank you so much, ma'am, for my wonderful introduction. I'm glad to hear that. Thank you so much, Sri Vaishnav Vidyapeeth Vishwavidyalaya, for inviting me for this innovative and very fruitful session on women's health. In India, as earlier speaker, Renu Bala ma'am have covered lots of topics, lots of genuine challenges which we are as a public health expert are facing in the field. So thank you so much, ma'am, for easy my work and easy my session on this. So before moving to my as already I'm in different sessions, so I'll just take 15 to 20 minutes of this session. I will not talk more about it because ma'am have covered all the topics regarding women's health and the challenges which we are facing during our work, which we are facing during our field visit, and when we are implementing policies and we are making policies for the women health and the child health. As I'm working as a state nutrition consultant, I'm working for malnutrition children, and I'm looking after under 5 age of under 5 children, and I'm implementing lots of programs for their health, including IYCF practices, malnutrition practice. To address malnutrition, we are supplementing micronutrient to the field like vitamin A supplementation, iron supplementation, and also to avoid iron deficiency anemia, we are also implementing one program, that is albendazole supplementation in the field. But if we are talking about how to reduce IMR from the field, we have to reduce the maternal deficiency, nutrient deficiency during their pregnancy period, during their lactation period. So this is the whole cycle that we have to address, and we have to look forward to it. So moving to my session, as we all know that the session is women's health and nutrition and access to resource and services. As we all know that access to health and nutrition resources is a critical determination of women's overall well-being. So women's health is often shaped by multiple intersection factors such as socio-economic status, education, geographic location, cultural norms, and which affect their ability to obtain essential services. So if we are addressing these issues, what we have to do is we have to address the whole cycle, and the cycle starts from the beginning, from the day the girl become adolescent girl, then become pregnant and lactating woman, and the situation when they are facing menopausal condition. So to address the adolescent girl and their nutrition to ensure the proper growth and prevent future reproductive health issues. For pregnant and lactating women to support maternal and fetal health, to address the postmenopausal women to maintain bone health and prevent age-related disease, as we all know that after 40 and not before, if we are talking about like आज के सिनेरियो में अगर देखा जाए तो कई डिजीजेस ऐसे हैं जो अर्ली एज में भी हमको देखने को मिलते हैं. हम पहले की एक बात करें तो 40 और 50 के बाद हमें बहुत सारे लाइफस्टाइल डिसऑर्डर्स देखने को मिलते थे. बट अब इफ वी आर टॉकिंग अबाउट टुडेज सिनेरियो, these disease like डायबिटीज, ओबेसिटी, हाइपरटेंशन हमें 30 की एज में भी देखने को मिल रहा है. So to address these issues, we have to look into their nutritional status first. So what are the challenges we are facing when we are addressing these issues or these health aspects of female? So challenges are definitely, as I have told earlier, the cultural and social norm. In many part of India, women often eat last and least within household. They lead to malnutrition definitely. If we are in the family, when we are taking breakfast, my mother eating at the last. So ये almost situation आपको हर घर में ही मिलेगा कि female almost neglect their health and they prefer फैमिली पहले खाएगा, बच्चा पहले खाएगा, हस्बैंड पहले खाएगा, फैमिली मेंबर्स पहले खाएंगे, उसके बाद अगर होगा सिचुएशन तो फिर वो खाएगी, वो भी पूरा घर का काम कंप्लीट करने के बाद. सेम इकोनॉमिक बैरियर्स. सम वुमेन्स like when we the people from public health going to the village or the block level or the community level, we see when the socio-economic condition is not well-being, like they belong to low socio-economic condition where they don't think about the female health. आप देखेंगे वहाँ कंडीशन की एक घर के अंदर 4 से 5 बच्चे हैं, वहां पर फीमेल ऑलमोस्ट नेग्लेक्टेड कंडीशन में है. जैसा इससे पहले वाले स्पीकर ने आपको बताया था कि वहां पर फीमेल हेल्थ अगर देखा जाए तो अनीमिक भी आपको मिलेगी, बीमार भी आपको मिलेगी, कमजोर भी आपको मिलेगी, मालनरिश्ड भी आपको मिलेगी, और साथ में वो पूरे घर का काम भी कर रही होगी, बच्चों को भी देख रही होगी, और शायद लेबर क्लास में अगर आप चले जाएंगे तो वो फील्ड पर भी काम करने जा रही होगी. तो ये सोशियो इकोनॉमिक बैरियर्स भी होते हैं. फाइनेंशियल चैलेंजेस भी फीमेल्स को फेस करना पड़ता है. वेन आज की सोसाइटी में अगर कहा जाए तो अगर हम अर्बन एरिया रूरल एरिया को अलग करें तो अर्बन एरिया में तो फीमेल फिर भी थोड़ा सा फाइनेंशियल इंडिपेंडेंट है, कई लेवल पर फाइनेंशियल इंडिपेंडेंट है. बट अगर आप विलेज लेवल पर जाएंगे और लेबर क्लास उस पर जाएंगे तो वो आज भी फाइनेंशियल इंडिपेंडेंट नहीं है. तो दीज आर द सोशल इकोनॉमिक बैरियर्स विच फीमेल ऑफन आपका फेस करती है. जेंडर इनइक्वालिटी, आपने इससे पहले मैम ने ऑलरेडी इस पर काफी बात किया हुआ है कि जेंडर इनइक्वालिटी होता है. फीमेल को आज भी प्रेफरेंस लीस्ट दी जाती है, मेल को प्रेफरेंस ज्यादा मिलता है. ये स्पेशली आप विलेज एरिया में जाएंगे या ब्लॉक एरियाज में जाएंगे, वहां पर ये सिचुएशन आपको अक्सर देखने को मिलेगी. सो अगर इन चैलेंजेस को अगर हमें एड्रेस करना है तो हमें क्या करना होगा? हमें डिपेंड करना होगा डेफिनेटली जो गवर्नमेंट की स्कीम्स चलाए जा रहे हैं, गवर्नमेंट्स के जो प्रोग्राम चलाए जा रहे हैं, एंड बहुत सारे प्रोग्राम्स ऐसे हैं जो कि स्पेशली फॉर फीमेल्स के लिए चलाए जा रहे हैं टू रिड्यूस एमएमआर, स्पेशली एमएमआर. हमारे एमपी की यदि बात की जाए तो यहाँ पर अभी भी एमएमआर का जो रेशियो है NFHS 5 के डेटा के अनुसार अगर आप देखेंगे तो काफी हाई है अदर स्टेट के मुकाबले. तो हमें अगर इस एड्रेस को रिड्यूस करना है तो हमें कई सारे इम्पोर्टेंट जो गवर्नमेंट के चलाए हुए प्रोग्राम्स है उनको हमें देखना होगा. जैसे गवर्नमेंट की तरफ से मैम ने ऑलरेडी कई सारे प्रोग्राम्स के बारे में चर्चा की थी. उसी में है आपका माइक्रो न्यूट्रिएंट सप्लीमेंटेशन, जिसके अंदर आता है आपका अनीमिया मुक्त भारत. इसके अंतर्गत फीमेल को और बच्चे को, जो कि आपके अलग अलग एज ग्रुप होता है, उसमें उनको आयरन और फॉलिक एसिड का सप्लीमेंटेशन किया जाता है टू रिड्यूस आयरन डेफिशिएंसी अनीमिया. इसी के साथ में अगर हम बात करें तो वहां पे जननी सुरक्षा योजना भी गवर्नमेंट ऑफ इंडिया की तरफ से चलाया जा रहा है. इसके अंदर उनका इसका ऑब्जेक्टिव ही है कि सेफ डिलीवरी के साथ में जब माँ रहेगी तो एमएमआर को रिड्यूस किया जा सकता है. तो जननी सुरक्षा योजना, इसके अलावा PSY GSY जो है वो भी चलाया जा रहा है. इसके अलावा टू एड्रेस माल न्यूट्रिशन देयर इज ए प्रोग्राम जिसको हम बोलते हैं सैम मैनेजमेंट, यानी सीवियर एक्यूट माल न्यूट्रिशन का मैनेजमेंट. तो ये सारे प्रोग्राम जो हैं चाइल्ड हेल्थ, मैटरनल और चाइल्ड हेल्थ सर्विसेज के लिए गवर्नमेंट ऑफ इंडिया की तरफ से चलाए जा रहे हैं. पॉलिसी इंटरवेंशंस की यदि बात करें तो गवर्नमेंट हेल्थ ऑर्गेनाइजेशन नीड टू प्रायोरिटाइज वुमेन्स हेल्थ बाय scaling up access to nutrition programs, improving healthcare infrastructure. ऑलरेडी हमारे इंफ्रास्ट्रक्चर यदि आज से 10 साल पहले की कंडीशन यदि देखी जाए और आज की कंडीशन अगर देखी जाए तो इंफ्रास्ट्रक्चर में काफी डिफरेंस आया है। अभी हमारे इंफ्रास्ट्रक्चर बहुत बेहतर होने लगे हैं। हम इंस्टीट्यूशनल डिलीवरी को प्रमोट करने लगे हैं, जिससे हम मैटरनल हेल्थ या मैटरनल डेथ, जिसको हम कह रहे हैं कि डिलीवरी के दौरान जब जो डेथ होती है उसको हम कम कर सकते हैं। तो इंस्टीट्यूशनल डिलीवरी को जितना हम प्रमोट करेंगे उतना हम मैटरनल डेथ को कम कर पाएंगे। एएनसी को हमें इम्प्रूव करना होगा। ड्यूरिंग प्रेगनेंसी मदर शुड अटेंड ऑल द एएनसी चेकअप्स सो दैट अगर उसको कोई एड्रेस हो रहा, उसको कोई प्रॉब्लम आ रही है, कोई वीकनेस है, कोई डेफिशिएंसी है या कोई उसकी हाई रिस्क प्रेगनेंसी आ रही है तो उस चीज को ड्यूरिंग एएनसी क्लिनिक में ही एड्रेस किया जा सकता है। इसके अलावा प्रमोटिंग जेंडर इक्वालिटी, जैसे मैम ने ऑलरेडी इस सब्जेक्ट को ऑलरेडी एड्रेस किया था कि अगर इक्वालिटी होगी तो अगर आप देखेंगे तो एक्सेस दोनों ही ग्रुप को आपको अच्छे से मिलेगा। इसके अलावा जो हम कहेंगे कि क्या रोल होगा हमारे गवर्नमेंट का और हमारे कैंपेन्स चलाने का या हमारे किसी भी प्रकार के प्रोग्राम्स को चलाने का, तो उससे अगर हम इंडिया की बात करें अभी भी हम बहुत हमें अवेयरनेस की जरूरत है। तो अगर हम कोई भी कैंपेन या कोई भी प्रोग्राम चला रहे हैं तो उसके लिए अवेयरनेस बहुत जरूरी है और पीपल मतलब जो लोग हैं जो जिनके लिए जो बेनिफिशियरी ग्रुप है उनका इस सब्जेक्ट में अवेयर होना बहुत जरूरी है। सो इस चीज को हमें देखना होगा कि इम्पोर्टेंस ऑफ एजुकेटिंग वुमेन अबाउट देयर राइट एंड एबिलिटी एंड द अवेलेबल सर्विसेज जो कि उनके लिए बेनिफिशियल होगा। कम्युनिटी मोबिलाइजेशन, लाइक आपको उन्हें इंगेज करना होगा और कम्युनिटी का मोबिलाइजेशन मीन्स आपको आपके वहाँ के उस एरिया के सोशल लीडर्स जो भी रहेंगे या जितने भी आपके जो ऐसे लोग हैं जिनसे वहाँ के लोग इन्फ्लुएंस होते हैं, उनकी बातों को सुनते हैं, उन्हें आपको अवेयर करना होगा अबाउट देयर हेल्थ। आज ही न्यूज में अगर आप राजस्थान का केस देखेंगे तो वहां पर देखेंगे कि एक फीमेल प्रेग्नेंट थी और ओझा या कोई थे वहां पर, उन्होंने उसको बांध के रखा हुआ था एंड उसकी उसी कंडीशन में डेथ हो गई। एंड द डेथ का जो रीजन था वो था सीवियर एनीमिया। बट चूंकि वहां पे अवेयरनेस नहीं थी, लोगों को जानकारी नहीं थी, वो अभी भी अंधविश्वास में कहीं ना कहीं इन चीजों पर फोकस कर रहे हैं, जादू टोना पे फोकस कर रहे हैं, जिसके कारण उस महिला की जान गई। तो अभी भी हमें इन सारे सोशल जो चीजें इन सब से बाहर आना होगा और इन सब के लिए हमें लोगों को अवेयर करना होगा और अवेयरनेस के लिए हमें उन्हीं लीडर्स का इस्तेमाल करना पड़ेगा जिनकी वहां पे जनता सुनती है, लोग सुनते हैं। सो अगर मैं अपने सेशन को कंक्लूड करूंगी तो मेरी तरफ से जो टेक अवे मैसेज रहेगा वो यही है। डेफिनेटली स्टिल वी नीड एम्पावरिंग of women. So empowering women through better health and nutrition services benefit community. The importance of addressing the social, economic and infrastructure barrier. So these are the takeaway messages from my side. Thank you so much.
Thank you so much, ma'am. Now I would like to introduce our third speaker, Ms. Amanat Kagzi, dietitian, sports nutritionist, health speaker, columnist, and founder and director of Fit Mantra. She completed her MSc from Manipal University. She is NESTA certified sports nutrition coach and a K11 certified advanced sports nutritionist. She is a member of several associations, including the International Health and Fitness Association, the Association of Diabetes Educators, the Dietitians Associations of India, and the Indian Association of Parenteral and Enteral Nutrition. I am glad to invite Ms. Amanat Kagzi to address the gathering.
Hi, very good afternoon, everyone. Just give me a second to start this PPT. Yeah, I hope my screen is visible. Yeah, and I'm pretty well audible as well, right?
Yes.
All right, so very good afternoon, my dear colleagues and the friends who have joined us here today. And I would like to first recognize this effort from Shri Vaishnav Vidyapit Vishwavidyalaya, the Center for Women's Health and Studies. I mean, this is something very close to my heart, and I've been practicing this from past 17 years. It's about empowering women through the power of nutrition. And today we have all gathered here to understand the intricate dance between our bodies and the food that we consume. I am Amanat Kagzi. I belong to Surat and have been in a practice of private nutrition, the personalized approach to nutrition for the females across. I've been practicing with almost 12 countries. Though I'm not from the public health sector, I am into very personalized segment. Just to add on, it's not that the female belonging to lower communities and a lower financial backgrounds have this been facing difficulties. We've been treating females from a very good backgrounds, yet not taking care of them. So I'll be addressing those facts today. What I believe is it's not about calories, and it's more about recognizing the nutritional needs as females, as it is very diverse and a dynamic, just as we are. And we have to shift these needs for every stage of our life. All right, so today I'm going to cover these few topics. I will not go much in detail, but yes, what is more important to understand that women has a very unique nutritional needs. They also have certain barriers. I believe those are certain barriers that we have created ourselves, not reaching out to the right resources that is already available to us. There has to be strategies in improving those resources, and how the physical activity in a woman's life is extremely important, and it is equivalent to the nutritional need. It is the reality that is stark. Over 500 million of women globally suffers from anemia, and we all know this. This is an iron deficiency anemia. Nearly 50% of women in India is affected. And beyond it is an iron widespread, it is a calcium deficiency, magnesium deficiency, it's a vitamin D that contributes majorly to osteoporosis. These are the statistics, represent the real women, the mothers, the daughters, the sisters, and whose health is really compromised. Women are usually overlooked and overfunded. They leave us with navigating conflicts and information, the cultural expectations, the daily responsibilities. While we are trying to nourish everyone in the family, we actually forget ourselves. The fatigue that an anemia gives to a female is a fracture from osteoporosis, or the impact of poor nutrition is very profound today, and we are going to change it in the future, and for that we have all gathered here. So women nutrition has evolved a lot in past few years, and there is a lot of awareness, there are a lot of campaigns going on that there are changes during the menstruation, pregnancy, postpartum, menopausal time. Iron, folic acid, calcium, omega-3, these are very critical at different stages and different doses. Yet women struggle to meet these needs. These are your daily requirements, and they often are very demanding because of the work, the family responsibilities you have to have this self-care. Quick processed meals that we get, we often replace them for our nutrient rich meals, and these are the reason leading to the chronic fatigue in females, mood swings during their menopausal time, and other health issues that the females are struggling these days. Hydration is again a very important part that we recently have been seeing that women really are not taking. It's not only about food that nourishes, the water also is a very important medium for you for one of the nourishment. Mental health. Yes, ma'am already recognized the importance of mental health that plays a very important role in the nutrient absorption too. The water intake also supports your digestion, energy levels, your skin health. Also, the nutrients like omega-3, B vitamins are linked to your mood stability and mental clarity. However, for a lot of women, they don't have an access to fresh and affordable food, and that is a little challenge in our country, particularly in a low income rural area. But apart from that, majorly of people today are moving towards the frozen food because of the very busy schedule. We usually try to cook on the weekends, keep them fresh, and just thaw and eat. So at those times, the nutrient content in the food really changes. So the education about how to freeze and how to thaw is very important. So I believe that subject also should be added now, because India is also now fast moving country, and more of the females are now into job and entrepreneurship. So there are no more at home females, and this has to be changed, and it should be a part of your study now. More of the information, the accurate information, and the tools that we have to act, we thrive, and imagine a world where every woman has to understand how to prevent these conditions and build more stronger bones, live free from nutritional limitations. And I think we can together confront these obstacles. When we nourish ourselves, we are unstoppable, and we should embark this journey. There are few books that I would like to refer that you should go through, so that female at different stages can actually educate themselves to certain extent for taking care of themselves. One of the book is a clinical guidelines for management of diabetes and pregnancy. Beating endometriosis recently is one of the major struggle females are facing, and as we all know, there is no treatment and people go for hysterectomy and things. This is very much manageable, trust me, with your just nourishment and nutrition. Hormone Intelligence is one of the book that I love whenever I read, and you always have some information from it. Eat, Drink, and Be Healthy from a Harvard Medical School is a right guide for healthy eating. These are few books I would love if you all can just pick and go through someday. Throughout our lives, we know we as a females have different stages. We have adolescence, then our reproductive years, we have pregnancy, lactation, and then a menopausal time. The entire female life cycle is very different from male, and every stage has a very different requirement because they have a different hormonal changes in the body. For adolescent period, the parents should take care of the iron content for their young girls, because during the menstrual period, during the growth period, it is very crucial, along with the enough amount and the adequate amount of calcium and vitamin D. More of the people that I personally interact with, they don't even check their blood reports and the blood parameters even in 1 year. I have a suggestion that once a year, these parameters must be checked for all the females, whether you are at any stage. This is very important even for your future fertility. If vitamin D is low in a female, there are chances that she will not even conceive. It's not always about the hormonal imbalance. It is more about the vitamin that supports your hormones for your fertility. Folic acid in your reproductive years are very important to prevent the neural tube defects during the pregnancy, and there are a lot of research about it. So iron, micronutrients needed for both maternal health and the fetal health is very important to take care. Pregnancy and nutrition lactation के दौरान females usually in India are taken as कोई बीमारी हो गई है. We have so many loving people around us जो हमें आराम करवाते हैं. You rest, will take care of the child. We start top feeding very early. I strongly suggest, as we are always by research say that first 6 months of a child has to be exclusively breastfeed. इंडिया में हम समझते हैं कि बहुत गर्मी है, तो पानी भी दे देते हैं बच्चों को, यहीं से उनकी स्ट्रगल स्टार्ट हो जाती है. For the females to know, there is no need of it. Your breast milk is more than enough for a nourishment for your child. Just take care of your own nourishment, which is very important. During your pregnancy, your fetus and your child has already absorbed the nutrient that it is needed from your body. You need to refill yourself. Post your pregnancy, all the things that you've lost during your delivery time, the vitamin K and everything, you have to refill it. So please don't fall for the laddus and all ghee loaded lot of things that our ancestors have been giving to us. I believe the right nourishment, the amount of protein that you would need to recover yourself during this period, the micronutrients that you've lost during this period, your folic acid, your calcium during this period is very important. Just fill on this. You will not be obese later. You will not have deficiencies later. And post pregnancy or postpartum depression is something that majority of Indian females go through and they don't even realize, but this is because of your nutritional deficiency. Take care of these period very importantly. If you have crossed these stages with the right nourishment, trust me, your menopausal time is very easy with you. You will be able to fight it very effectively. Usually the menopausal symptoms are over the 10 years of spread. We don't even know starting when have we started seeing the changes in our mood, changes in our temperament. So at this point of time, if we can eat the food rich in phytoestrogens to maintain that estrogen level in us, to give us that young wala feeling, is very important, along with other micronutrients like vitamin D, the calcium, the magnesium deficiencies at this point is very commonly seen. So these are something that a woman should be fed. And I also encourage females at this age taking the ashwagandha as a supplement. It really works for the female in their menopausal time with their mood elevation, with their health issues, with their hot flashes, and a lot of other challenges that they face during this period. Well, I don't see any barrier really with the people here in India having an access, but yes, we ourselves have created a lot of barriers, being a socio-economic variety that we have in India. So low income people, they don't have an education enough to know where they can go for the particulars. Like ma'am said, there are a lot of government driven facilities going on. There are a lot of programs going on, but how many of the people are aware of it? So it has to reach to them with us, so we become responsible to educating everybody around us. We also have variety of cultural belief in India. Different cultures have different limitations to the food that they should be eating, different way of living. Hence the deficiencies in particular beliefs always prevent, and people not open to even supplement them. In India, supplementation is again a very big challenge. When you supplement, you inform that you are in need of it right now, they always mistake a supplement with the medication. So again, there is an education needed to tell them that there is a difference when you are taking a medication and you're taking a supplementation to just refuel yourself. This again is very important, and it should come from us as a practitioner. I also feel there is a lack of counseling with our people across India. So that again leads to the lack of awareness, where the women are targeted. They don't have any demonstration or any explanation to certain areas. The work life balance is certainly very much of a struggle and difficult, because stress is a major cause of diabetes in the world, and India, we are blessed to be top in terms of diabetes. So how do we fight that? You can see females facing diabetes majorly in today only because they are highly stressed with their finance, with their work, with their family. So here comes a meditation, relaxation, and selenium supplementations, and the food that has a lot of selenium to be given to them, so that they start having the mood enhancement. We also have a digital divide kind of a things. I would particularly not say only women, but everybody. We have the access to a very digital platforms today. Every small person has a mobile phone and access to internet. But what are we using it for? Are we using it to bring some resources and understand or learn something for ourselves, or we are just scrolling the Instagram for that fad diets, fad the people who are trying to be just Instagrammers and trying to seek that attention in terms of health and fitness. I believe there has to be a strategies made to improve this access. There can be investment, like ma'am said, there are a lot of health programs, but I feel there are a lot of health startups, women health startups. There are many in India which have been funded, which have been tailored for the woman. If university can reach out to these startups and can implement in the practice of these educational programs, and we can make some program around of women health across India, it can help everyone to access to this. We have a lot of technology wherein digital platform can be very readily available for females to reach out for the needs. There are a lot of healthcare providers like us who can partner and foster the partnerships and can help females across with their health needs. We can also encourage local females and make a very informed choice with them. We can educate them to certain level wherein they help other females, and we can grow the women community with nurturing quite a lot. I really emphasize people on having a physical activity, especially female, when we are made with a less muscle mass, which also is one of the factor for us aging faster, degenerative disorders, osteoporosis, and a lot of other hormonal disorders. So having any of the sports activity or the physical activity, be it yoga, be it badminton, be it any of the things that you love, swimming, gymming, or anything, it needs not to be only one activity. Anything 20 minutes a day for 5 days a week is very important for a very improved cardiovascular health, your mental well-being, the chronic disease we can keep at a bay. And there are, trust me, unique benefits to the female if they can increase their muscle mass. The females can stay younger for a longer period of time. They can have a better skin for a long age. They can stay in good shape, which every female loves, and they can be one of the healthiest person in the family. We always say, हमारे यहाँ पे एक कहावत है कि आप एक फीमेल को एड्यूकेट करते हैं, दैट मीन्स आप पूरे खानदान को एड्यूकेट करते हैं. आई ऑलवेज से एक फीमेल अगर हेल्दी है तो उसका पूरा खानदान हेल्दी होता है. सो अ फीमेल इज वेरी रिस्पॉन्सिबल because she is the one who's going to cook for the family, for the kids, for her husband, and everybody. So it starts with us. It starts with I as a female, and when we practice right, we empower others to practice right. So this is something that I emphasize people on taking very seriously. And I also would like to tell you some stories here, that this is a lady, she's an executive director of BNI, and she had a stage 4 endometriosis, ruled out very lately at around 50 years of her age. And then the struggle that this female has been through her 3 decades was very painful. After when you are advised only the surgery is the option, and when you take charge in your own hand, you can actually heal yourself, and she could do it. So I believe all the females, if they recognize the power of nutrition, they can heal themselves. We have one more person who had a lot of extreme PCOD, not able to conceive. And on OCPs, see guys, that is not the only option, that having an OCPs is the only thing that is going to cure you. Your food has a healing power. What we did nothing for her. We just align her habits. We just made her in having the right choices of food, and she is good to go with almost she has 2 kids now, and she lost almost 26 kgs. So these are something that we do for the people. This is a very personalized approach. So when we have public health segment, we also have a very personalized segment. So it can be promoted in 2 ways. You have to see who is in need of that personalized approach, and that can be done for them. Before I conclude it, I really want to thank the Center of Women Studies to have planned this and giving me an opportunity to put my words forward. I did not want it to go too much in the technical part, because I knew the other speakers are already going to give that information, but I wanted to keep it very simple and informative for the people that this is possible. It is we women who are going to experience the unique physical changes and physiological changes which we have to be beneficialing from our nutrition and from the exercise. And we have to be the strongest pillar in our families, which is very much possible. Thank you very much from my end, and thank you very much for the opportunity.
Thank you, Amanat ma'am. Thank you. It's really very informative session. Now I'd like to introduce to this gathering the chief guest of the occasion, Dr. Meenakshi Mehar. She is former professor and head Department of Food and Nutrition, the Maharaja Sayaji Rao University of Baroda, and former nutrition specialist, UNICEF India. She has PhD in food and nutrition and having more than 40 years of experience in teaching and research. Her field of specialization are public health nutrition, clinical nutrition and dietetics, maternal and child nutrition, adolescent nutrition, and non-communicable disease control. Under her guidance, more than 20 projects are undertaken. She has published 25 research papers in international and national journals. In her supervision, 29 MSc and 2 PhD students were awarded. She is a member of apex body at national, state, and district levels of nutrition and healthy diets, such as National Consultant Nutrition, Kantar Public, New Delhi, My Thali Advisory Committee of Arogya World, Bangalore, India, National Technical Board of Nutrition of Niti Aayog, New Delhi. She is a national expert group member for nutrition and feeding norms for diet to mothers in the public health facilities of Janani Shishu Suraksha Karyakaram under the Maternal Health Division of Ministry of Health and Family Welfare, Government of India. She is a technical advisory committee member of Nutrition Cell of ISDS Gujarat and UGC expert group member for the recognition of Dean's University statute. May I now request you, ma'am, to address the gathering, please?
Thank you very much for a kind introduction, and also thank the organizers, Dr. Kavita Sharma, and all of you for having me with you for this very important topic on women's nutrition and health. And I must thank all the speakers for giving very lucid presentations. Dr. Renubala Sharma, who very nicely started with basics on what is definition of health, nutrition, what is a healthy diet, what are the gender biases or disabling factors. Then the young nutrition consultant Vinita, she spoke almost the same issues and talked about what are the issues related to maternal health, and also Amanat, thank you for highlighting the other, socioeconomic status issues and problems. But whatever it is, whether it is low socioeconomic, middle or high, women give least priority to their own health. So that is a very, very big problem. And one point I want to, in fact, ask Vinita. If Vinita is there, can I ask her something?
Yes, ma'am.
Vinita, when I was working in the university, my students were working in Bhopal and Madhya Pradesh for SAM management with UNICEF.
Okay.
And why I want to highlight this is, when the children are discharged from centers,
Yes, ma'am.
NRTC centers or whatever you call them, and then these
NRT.
girls were doing the follow-up.
Yes, ma'am.
They were doing the follow-up, going to family homes to see whether the women are practicing and those kind of stuff. And what shocked me was that the girls would come and say, "Ma'am, it is so sad when we go to their homes. The mother-in-laws, the dadis, they are the ones who say, 'Why have you come? Why are you after our lives? Why don't you leave us alone?'" And the woman, Bahu, of course, the mother cannot speak. She's the one who's most vocal. And what is very unfortunate that she said that क्या फर्क पड़ता है अगर एक मर जाएगा तो अगले साल दूसरा आ जाए. Now, if this is the kind of mindset, if we have, is it still the same or has it changed? I want to ask that first.
Thank you so much, ma'am, for asking this question. Because yes, it was the scenario before when as I earlier said that एक family के अंदर 4-5 बच्चे हैं, mother हर साल एक factory बनी हुई है to reproduce the child and child and child. So that was the scenario before, ma'am. Still, we are facing these are the challenges in tribal areas, ma'am. Especially in MP, as you know, that the 20 districts are tribal districts and 89 blocks are tribal blocks. So these are the challenges we are still facing somehow, but not like जो before एकदम अगर हम percent की यदि बात करें, it decreased now, but still the challenges are there, ma'am.
Okay, so I think lesson that needs to be learned for all of us is that when we educate a woman, let's not educate just a woman, educate all the influencers, all the family members who really have an influence on her decision-making abilities. So you see, I was just looking at NFHS data. Of course, I'm sorry, I made a presentation, but my computer broke. So my screen has gone conked off, so I'm not able to access that now. So I just looked at some of the data. I will again highlight that. You see, when you look at participation of married women in household decision has increased to 92% from 73.8. So there is a huge improvement that has happened in terms of women empowerment. Now, even working women, about 1/4 of the women are working who do get cash. Then you have more than 72% of the women have their own saving bank accounts, which they operate. Jan Dhan Yojana of government has really helped them that. There is a lot of access. Almost everybody has an access to internet and mobile phone. And as Amanat pointedly, this is a very important point. How are we using our resources? Resources are available. They are accessible to us also. How are we using our resources? Are we using our resources for the right thing or the wrong things? Because, internet is full of everything. But what are we really looking at? So those are the issues that we still have. Nutrition problems will remain, if I always say that, I used to always teach, 1973 से anemia control program चल रहा है हमारे देश में. And now also, if you compare from NFHS 5 to NFHS 6, anemia has increased. So in spite of doing so much, anemia just doesn't seem to change the situation. If you look at it, then access is not an issue. Utilization is, people are taking the tablets. What is happening? Why are they not taking it regularly? So those are the issues that I think we are much bothered about. And one more thing that I would like to speak, when you look at data, yes, maternal role, reproductive age group is very important because it affects the next generation, how the child will be born. But that's not enough. Post-menopausal women or after reproductive age, there is a complete neglect. Woman herself doesn't bother, and the others also, family members also don't bother. And lifespans are increasing. So you will find a lot of osteoporosis. You will find that when the estrogen protection is gone, you will see heart attacks. You will have those kind of issues. We do not have programs to address these at all. So we have hundreds of programs, but we have no impact on the ground. So what is it that we have to look at? How do we, mobilize community? Because I feel the community themselves are not interested to change the situation that much. We may tell them that do this, and they're not bothered, especially in many tribal areas and other areas. So the women issues will remain if we ourselves we don't get up and think, and education is most important. Women's education is pivotal for bringing empowerment. So when we talk of empowerment, if I look at empowerment indicators, they're good. But then are we using our empowerment for our improving our own health or for our own children? Anat, I was asking now this, those who go to corporates, the women who go to corporates, are the children healthy? Are they themselves healthy? No, they are not at all healthy, because they are only giving cash to the children and asking the children to go and have fast food. And there is, again, for low socioeconomic, these attending or going to McDonald's or pizza has become aspirational. You have come up in life, you have done well, so you will treat your children, you take your children to McDonald's. That's your idea of being, rich. You have come up, you have become better in life. So lots and lots of issues are there. The problems keep increasing, and we really don't know what the solutions are, unless government, I feel, because I have been with Niti Aayog, I have been telling them, unless you have a very controlled, see, the worst part that I would like to highlight is whether we talk of when we talk of nutrition, we don't even have a nutrition policy for the country. The last nutrition policy that was made was in 93 or so. Then we had a nutrition strategy, which is only looking at, again, undernutrition and anemia, and that's it. That's under 5 children. What about the whole spectrum of age groups and the continuum of care that is required for women or for men if we really want to improve health? So prenatal, there's another point I would like to point out, and maybe, at policy level, I have been trying it, but it's not happening. Vinita also could be highlighting that. See, the age of marriage is increasing. Okay. And we stop our program at adolescence, and then we start our program and she becomes pregnant. What happens to this preconception period? Nutritionally, we all know that preconception nutrition is most important if we want to have better birth outcomes. Okay. Because pregnancy detection and improving nutrition at that point of time is too late to really improve birth outcomes, weight of the child. So it has to be improved prenatal nutrition. We have no policies for that. So there are still a lot of policy gaps, lots of policy gaps. And from the community side, community apathy, I would say. They're not bothered. They feel, sab kuch ho jayega, government karegi, humko kuch karne ki zarurat nahi. So that kind of thing is also not good. We have to have some kind of a balance of, maybe some kind of services. I always say कि link them up with utilization. जैसे कुछ हमने programs में शुरू किया था कि आपको अगर ये पर्टिकुलर चीज जो चाहिए एस्पिरेशनल है आपके लिए, वो तब मिलेगी जब आप इस चीज का ध्यान रखोगे. टेक केयर ऑफ योर हेल्थ, यू शुड बी हेल्दी. लाइक फॉर एग्जांपल इंश्योरेंस. Now, when we health insurance, although women have health insurance, मैंने देखा 25% of the women only have health insurance. Link it up with their, better nutritional status or better health status, and decrease the premium if you are healthy. That kind of a stuff. So some innovative, out of box, some new things will have to be done. Having programs like anemia control from 1973, we are still struggling with it. So I don't know. I've finished my career, and from the beginning, when I started my career, we were talking of anemia. We are still talking of anemia. We were talking of undernutrition. Now we are talking of overweight and other forms of malnutrition. So things are not improving, and I'm not on a depressive note. I don't want to say that, but I don't know. Youngsters should look at the innovative out of box ideas to improve maternal health and nutrition. Thank you so much.
Thank you so much, ma'am. Thank you for your words. Now I would like to invite Dr. Divya Rana Tomar, Coordinator Navchetna 2024, to propose words of thanks.
Thank you, ma'am. Am I audible?
Yes.
Yeah, okay. I'm Dr. Divya Rana Tomar, Coordinator Navchetna 2024. Feel honored and privileged to get an opportunity to propose words of thanks on this occasion. 27 September 2024 is indeed a very remarkable day for the SWV, and we are here for Navchetna 2024, the National Symposium. On behalf of Sri Vaishnav Vidyapeeth Vishwavidyalaya and entire SWV fraternity, I convey deep regards and hearty thanks to the Chief Guest, Dr. Meenakshi Mehan, former professor and head Department of Food and Nutrition, the Maharaja Sayaji Rao University of Baroda, and former nutrition specialist, UNICEF India, for gracing the program in spite of her busy schedule and sharing with us her vision. At the outset, I would like to take this opportunity to place on record our hearty thanks to our guest speaker, Dr. Renu Bala Sharma, Head, Government Autonomous Girls PG College of Excellence, Sagar, under MCBU University, Chhatarpur, Dr. Vinita Mewada, State Nutrition Consultant, National Health Mission, Government MP, and Ms. Amanat Kagsi, Dietitian, Sport Nutritionist, Health Speaker, Columnist, Founder and Director, Fit Mantra, for kindly accepting our invitation and gracing the function. I convey my deep regards to Dr. Upinder Dhar, Honorable Vice Chancellor, SWV, for his constant motivation and guidance. Today, my words are not enough to express the gratitude to Dr. Santosh Dharman, Rector and Dean, Faculty of Doctoral Studies and Research, SWV, Indore, for her continuous guidance, support, and active involvement to make this symposium a reality. Will ever remain grateful to you, ma'am. I also wish to express my sincere thanks to Dr. Kavita Sharma, ma'am, convener, Navchetna 2024, Professor, Department of Chemistry, and Head, CWS SWV Indore, for her support and guidance as when required. My enormous respect to you, ma'am. My sincere thanks to Dr. Anand Rajawat, sir, and all the technical staff members for providing us their persistent support as and when required. My thanks to Ms. Ankita Jain, Co-Coordinator Navchetna 2024, for her support and cooperation. And very much thanks to the entire organizing committee for their active involvement in the completion of the task beyond their comfort zone. My grateful thanks to all the participants who have attended sincerely the symposium. I thank to all the people who helped us, and either directly or indirectly, to make the symposium successful. We hope that Navchetna 2024 provide a platform to gain knowledge and understand the issues and solutions related to the women's health and nutrition. Thank you all. Now I request all the dignitaries to please open the camera for the photograph. Just a minute. Can I take a single more minute of yours? Yeah. Thank you, one and all. May I request all of you to please raise for the national anthem. जनगणमन अधिनायक जय हे भारत भाग्य विधाता पंजाब सिंध गुजरात मराठा द्राविड़ उत्कल गंगा विंध्य हिमाचल यमुना गंगा
चञ्चल जलधितरङ्गा तव शुभ नामे जागे तव शुभ आशीष मागे गाहे तव जय गाथा जन गण मंगलदायक जय हे भारत भाग्य विधाता जय हे जय हे जय हे जय 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 हे
भारत माता की Thank you. I'm sharing the feedback link in the chat box to everyone. It is requested to all the participants. Please fill the feedback link. So only that you can get the certificate of this national symposium. Thank you from my side.
Thank you. Thank you all.
So,
Thank you, Divya.
चलो मैडम क्लोज कर दे क्या